What is going on, guys? Manny here, back with another video for you guys. Today I'm bringing you guys my Nightmare Cup tournament that I had this past Saturday, and I actually had to drive about an hour and a half to reach this tournament. The reason I did that is because it was this community's first official tournament that they've had, so I wanted to be a part of it. Being part of, going to your first ever tournament is always a fun experience. So we had a lot of awesome people show up, 29 total players, and it was just a great time overall. So for every match, I'll have the team on the side of the screen here so you guys kind of see what everyone that I played against was using. So anyway, let's get on to the battles here. So my first opponent here is Cutler's Hill. This is a newer player. He's never actually done PvP before, and you can kind of see off the starting matchup here. And yeah, so pretty not the best matchup for him because Shiftry is just gonna eat away at his Starmie here, and he ends up bringing out Mr. Mime, which again is just gonna get utterly destroyed, unfortunately, by Shiftry, just because Razor Leaf does so much damage. And we do have some lag that's gonna be in this video. Just the venue we were at was a really awesome venue. It's just signal every now and then would drop, and it was there's nothing we could do about it. So, but as you can see here, Shiftry just eating away at his team, and he brings out Umbreon, which is, again, it's decent, but not the best for a Nightmare Cup, unfortunately. So, but he is obviously tankier than his first two Pokemon here. But Shiftry is going to do a lot of work, and I'm going to go ahead and shield this here just because, I mean, I have shield advantage, and I have the Leaf Blade ready to go here. And he's going to let that go through because obviously he's out of shields, and Shiftry is just going to pretty much just eat away. I shield here again because I can, and Shiftry pretty much is going to just wipe out his team here. So, yeah, this is why I like Shiftry. Shiftry is easily my favorite Pokemon for Nightmare Cup, easily. So yeah, so I take game one. Going on to game two here. And I start off with the Shiftry again. And he again starts off with Starmie. So he learned here. I got a good amount of damage in, but he switches out to Raichu, which unfortunately also loses to Shiftry. And as you can see there, his Raichu pretty much not doing anything to me. He brings out Umbreon again. And I go with Leaf Blade. And again, we have some lag. It's can't, lag's just going to happen. It's going to be a thing. And I'm just going to pretty much burn his second shield here because I believe he shields this right here too. So, and yeah, he shields that. So now he's down 2 shields. I have both of mine. So I'm going to shield this foul play here. And I end up switching, or I think I tried to switch there to Toxicroak, but I decided to stay into it since it didn't go through for whatever reason. I'll let this foul play go through just because really no point in burning a shield, and then I switch to Toxicroak here, and I'm pretty much just going to be able to win this match here. So yeah, so this was his first ever time participating in a tournament, and I gave him some advice as to what to prepare for if he wants to do next month's tournament as well. And so yeah, so that was round one, which again, against a newer player, so it is what it is, but he had fun the entire time. So yeah, so going on to game two, this was actually another person who has this was their first ever tournament as well. And you'll see their team is everyone's team was kind of different up until I think it was round 3 or 4. So, but yeah, so he starts out with Toxicroak, which is obviously a counter to my Shiftry there. I switch into Skuntank without even thinking, and he for some reason just switches out into a Alolan Muck. He probably should have stayed in, and I actually talked to him after this match here, and he realized that he should have stayed in as well. But I'm just going to keep going with that Flamethrower just because it's going to do a pretty good amount of damage, but he also otherwise burning his 2 shields, which he does burn through. And yeah, Alolan Muck actually doing quite a bit of damage to Skuntank there, but I get this Flamethrower off. It's going to take him down. And I believe he brings back the Toxicroak here. Yeah, there it is. And just go ahead and eat away at my Skuntank there. So I bring out my own Toxicroak. And again, in the mirror match here, whoever has more shields or more health is going to win. I obviously have shield advantage, so I knew I was going to win this matchup here. And I have my Mud Bomb ready to go, which is going to take down his Toxicroak here after this lag. Come on. Yeah, again, the lag was kind of an issue, and I even offered to replay this match here, but he was okay with how it ended. And I got the Sludge Bomb ready to go against this Hypno, and that's going to do a lot of damage. He's going to take down my Toxicroak, but I have Shiftry ready to go and take down his Hypno there. So Again, I offered to replay that match there because of the lag, but he was okay with it. He wanted to go straight to game 2. So going on to game 2 here, I start off with Shiftry. You'll probably see that as a pattern that I start with Shiftry a lot just because I really like Shiftry for Nightmare Cup, and it's got a good matchup overall. But as you can see here, doing really well against his Alolan Raticate. He switches out to Alolan Muck, and I go with Leaf Blade. He's going to shield that, and we're just going to do as much damage as we can with, Razor Leaf being stupidly OP. And I get another Leaf Blade here, and I think he shields this as well. Yep. So again, now he's down no shields to my 2. And I don't remember what moveset he was using here because he didn't use a single charge move. So I don't remember what the moveset on that Alolan Muck was. But he brings out Raticate, and I have the Leaf Blade ready to go and just takes that down. He brings out Hypno, and at this point, there were, I guess, spikes of where it would just freeze like this on screen, and it would, attacks wouldn't go through. And again, just like the first round, or the first match, I offered to replay this, but he was okay with it. He was, he was here for the experience, and I ended up taking down his Hypno there and winning that match. So, but again, he had fun, and he just wanted to show up to see what PvP was like, and yeah, so. Going on to game 3 here, and start off with the one and only Shiftry. He starts off with a Alolan Raichu, and again, a good matchup for me, just because it's going to do a lot of damage to Alolan Raichu with that Razor Leaf, and I end up shielding this Thunder Punch here, just to preserve my health on Shiftry, because I know that I can take down his Raichu before he gets another one off. I have Leaf Blade ready to go, and he brings in his old Shiftry here. He ends up letting that go through. And right here, or right there, I tried to switch to Xatu, didn't go through, so I tried to do as much damage as I could, and then switched over afterwards to build after building some energy. He brings out Hypno, so I have the Ominous Wind ready to go, and he shields that. So now he's down 1 shield. It's 1-1 on shields, and I'm trying to get to another Ominous Wind. He ends up getting his Shadow Ball first, so I shield that, knowing that I have an Ominous Wind ready to go to either burn his shield or he's gonna let this go, and he ends up obviously using the shield there, and trying to get another Ominous Wind here, and I'm able to actually pull it off and take down his Hypno. So, and then I get the stat boost at the end, which we both laughed about. It was I don't know why that's a thing that you can get it at the end there. So going on to game 2, I start off with Shiftry, my go-to. He starts off with Toxicroak, so this is a bad matchup for me. I do just whatever damage I can, switch out to my Xatu. And he's going to stay in. I blocked this Mud Bomb, thinking it was going to be Sludge Bomb, but, it is what it is. He ends up switching out to his Shiftry, and I go with Aerial Ace, even though it looked like I clicked Ominous Wind right away. And he actually didn't shield that. I believe, I don't think he realized that Aerial Ace was coming. I think he was expecting Ominous Wind here, but I'm surprised they let that go through. So you see he brings out Spiritomb. That's going to beat my Xatu. And then I bring out Shiftry. I'm going to go ahead and shield this, which I probably didn't need to. But as you can see, Shiftry is going to eat away at Spiritomb. And brings out another Ominous Wind. As you can see, I didn't need to shield that first one, but it is what it is. So I take down his Spiritomb, and then I have Leaf Blade ready to go. And he's going to shield that. And at this point, I pretty much got this on lock, but this came close here. As you can see, he hits the Mud Bomb, and my Toxicroak pretty much surviving and is on little health. So yeah, so the GG's on him. So going into round 4 here, I'm going to start off with my Hypno this time, which is the first time I've used Hypno for this during that tournament. He starts off with Shiftry. Pretty good. He's got a good matchup because obviously Hypno not going to be doing as much. And as you saw there, I tried to switch multiple times. It didn't go through for whatever reason. I don't know what it was. So I just decided to screw it. I'll just stay in, burn the shield with that Shadow Ball. But now I know that he has energy built up from his guys. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this Leaf Blade here. Or it was Foul Play, sorry. I was expecting Leaf Blade, so I shielded. And I'm just going to do as much damage as I can. And I let this go through. And there's that Leaf Blade, so I didn't want to burn both shields immediately. So that's why I let that Leaf Blade go through in the second one. I got my Leaf Blade ready. and he's going to let that go through, doing good amount of damage, even though it's not even like super effective. And I end up taking down his Spiritomb with my Shiftry, which has literally no health left. And we're into a little bit of lag here, but it doesn't matter because whatever he brings out is going to take down my Shiftry, and he hits the Xatu, so a pretty bad matchup for me. I go with Sludge Bomb here just because, I mean, he's got the shield, even though I have a shield too. It really doesn't matter because I wouldn't be able to build up to that Sludge Bomb in time. So I end up taking my first loss in a match so far. So going on to game 2, we have, I believe I'll leave with Shiftry. Yep. So good old Shiftry against Xatu. It's a pretty, I guess, even matchup. Even though Shiftry does lose this, I just do as much damage as I can. I probably should have switched out. If I could do this differently, I easily would have switched out instead of just doing as much damage as possible, because Shiftry, even though I can get this Leaf Blade off, he's going to shield it, and then Shiftry's going to go down. So here I bring out my own Xatu, just because I have the shield if he's able to get any of his moves off, but he doesn't. And now just tapping away here, he brings out Shiftry, and I go with the Aerial Ace here. I'm hoping to draw the shield, and then he does. So now I have shield advantage and just doing as much damage as I can. As you can see, Shiftry, even though he does lose the matchup against Xatu, just does so much damage. And, so I let that attack go through, and then I bring out Toxicroak. He brings out his Toxicroak, and now it's just a Toxicroak mirror match. But I have advantage with the shield, so I'm pretty. So at that point, I knew I was in the clear, just because I have that shield left over. So go ahead and shield that Mud Bomb, and then just go ahead and take down his Toxicroak there. So I take game 2, he takes game 1, and then we go on to game 3 here. And I believe I start off with Shiftry again, just because, yeah, like you guys see the pattern. Shiftry was like my go-to for this, and he also starts with Shiftry, so it's literally just a Shiftry mirror match here. I get off the Leaf Blade before he can get to his. He shields, and he's gonna use, I believe it's Leaf Blade as well. I shield, and but as you can see, his Shiftry is gonna be able actually to knock mine out first. But his has little to no health, so my Toxicroak is going to be able to take that. I go ahead and he switches out. He brings out Xatu. I switch to my Xatu, and we're back to the Xatu mirror match. And unfortunately, he gets his Ominous Wind first, so I have to shield, and I'm going to get my Ominous Wind here. I do a little bit more damage, just to try to, get as much damage as I can. I use Ominous Wind. He's going to shield that, and then he's going to be able to Ominous Wind me here and take down my Xatu. So all I have left is Toxicroak, which is in a bad position here. I go with Sludge Bomb just because I know it's going to take down his Xatu, and then I bring out Spiritomb, or he brings out Spiritomb, sorry. I go with Mud Bomb here, but unfortunately with the health that my Toxicroak has, it's not going to be able to survive the Ominous Wind here. So unfortunately I do lose that round, but it's fine. So yeah, so going into round 5 here, I am currently 3-1, and so I'm doing pretty well. So I start off with Xatu. He starts off with Xatu. We know how this is gonna go. It's just the first person to get to that Ominous Wind is going to win this, and just you can see me just spamming the hell out of Ominous Wind there. So I'm able to get mine first. He's going to obviously shield that. I'm gonna shield his, just because. It's just another who can get to what first. And as you can see, I'm trying to tap, and I get to mine first again. And he ends up letting it go through because he wouldn't. I don't think he would have been able to get to his. But he let it go through. He brings out the Spiritomb. I go ahead and bring out Shiftry just because that Razed Leaf is just going to do insane amount of damage. And again, I should have learned earlier. I shouldn't have shielded that. Just because Ominous Wind really isn't going to do anything to Shiftry. But I have a Leaf Blade ready to go, along with a Foul Play. And I'm going to go ahead and use Foul Play here just to bait that last shield. And his Toxicroak is obviously going to win. And I bring out my Toxicroak, and he's got a Mud Bomb ready to go. And doing a good amount of damage. But I'm able to get off my Mud Bomb here, and with like almost little to no health, and take down his Toxicroak there. So the reaction we both had at that point was pretty awesome. so I take game 1, and then into game 2. It's gonna be another mirror match here. So literally, this is what we just saw moments ago. And again, the first person to get Ominous Wind is going to win this here. And so you have mine, but he actually beats me this time with that charge move priority. So I shield that, use my Ominous Wind. He's obviously going to shield, and it's just, again, and I actually get the stat bonus there, as you can see. So my guy's actually going to be doing a lot more damage, which made my Xatu survive a little bit longer. He brings out Shiftry. I got that Aerial Ace ready to go. And he ends up shielding that, which is smart. But with that stat bonus, Xatu doing a ton of damage. So here I bring out my own Shiftry. I probably could have brought out Toxicroak, if I'm being honest. But I knew Shiftry was going to be a good choice here, just in case, you know, he has, if he was going to switch out. But he lets his Shiftry die there, brings out his Toxicroak. So it's pretty much literally the same lineup we had game 1. And yes, so I bring out my Toxicroak, and we're just gonna go to town again. He has his Mud Bomb ready to go, but my Toxicroak is gonna be able to survive this once again. So yeah, so I end up taking that game, which made me go 4-1 at this tournament. It was so much fun, and I'll show you guys my team here right now. So that's the team that I used, and so I actually had another tournament on Sunday, and I switched out this Hypno there. I used Legacy Poliwrath with Mudshot. If I didn't have Mudshot, I easily would have used Hitmonchan instead. Then we have my favorite Pokemon for this cup, Shiftry, with that Razor Leaf. I'll play Leaf Blade. Easily my favorite for this. As you guys saw in the video, we have Xatu with the Air Slash, Ominous Wind, and Aerial Ace. And then a Toxicroak with Counter, Mud Bomb, and Sludge Bomb. So, and then obviously the Skuntank here, which I think I used once with Poison Jab, Flamethrower, and Sludge Bomb as well. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I actually will be bringing out my second Nightmare Cup that I had on Community Day later this week, and then probably after that do some regional matchups, and then some Rainbow Cup battles as well. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take it easy.